So, Joyride 1 had intense scenes, a sense of dread, paranoia. Joyride 2 had twisted moments, graphic violence, and brutality. So what does that leave for this film that I'm about to review? Joyride 3 Roadkill. Which, oddly enough, Roadkill was the first film's original title. So Joyride 3 follows a group of friends who are heading off to a race, but they get in the way of Rusty Nail and that just pisses him off. And this all happens because they take a shortcut, which I actually like this part of the movie because they're saying that this highway is haunted, and it's called Slaughter Highway or something, and it really works for the film's benefit because it amps up the creepiness factor to it. So the gist of what happens next is that Rusty Nail goes around picking them off one by one and torturing them and killing them till the end of the movie, which has a twist, and I was like, throughout the whole twist sequence. Now, for me personally, I prefer Joyride 1 over Joyride 2. But with Joyride 3, as I said in the intro, what is there left to do after everything's been done with Joyride 1 and 2? Well, there's the possibility of combining everything from the first two films and amplifying it up to a level of grueling dread and terror that hasn't been done in either Joyride 1 or 2. Well, okay, it almost had everything Joyride 1 and 2 had, except for one thing that kind of bugged me. It had no strong characters. Sure, there were some important characters, but there was too many to have any strong, significant characters. In fact, surprisingly enough, Rusty Nail is my favorite character in this movie. He has more personality, he has more charisma, and they show him more than they ever have in any of the other Joyride movies. Rusty Nail is played by Ken Kerzinger. He played Jason Voorhees in Freddy vs. Jason, and oddly enough, Jesse Hutch plays in this movie as well, who is one of Jason's first victims in Freddy vs. Jason. So it's great to see them working together. Oh, and speaking of Ken Kerzinger killing people in movies, this film was ridiculously bloody. So, Joyride 3 had everything Joyride 1 and 2 had, but it lacked strong characters. But I can forgive it because Joyride 2 had tried the same thing but failed on some levels because it didn't have enough gore, didn't have a high enough body count. But Joyride 3 has a big body count, amps up the gore, and it didn't make up with the characters, but that's kind of like why Joyride 2 and 3 are on a par with each other. So, overall I give Joyride 3 Roadkill a 3.5 out of 5. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Movie Reviews. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below and to leave comments and subscribe.